Us kids that grew up in the 70s and 80s, we have some weird, crazy stuff. And today's kids don't even know what it is. Let's take a look at it. Hey guys, it's time for another video. That's right. Because it's 8 o'clock, do a video Monday through Friday, 8 o'clock sometime on the weekend if I get bored. And some shorts, but you know all that. Today we're going to look at things from the Generation X era that kids today don't know about. Now they might have seen it, but they really can't tell you about it or had no use for it. And I was going to share, I think I said I was going to shit here. No, I'm not going to shit here. I think I was going to sit here and tell you about each one, but hey, you remember this? But I figured, it'd be more fun. I'll just show you the picture. I want to explain what it is because you that grew up in the 70s, 80s, you Gen X kids, you don't need me to sit here and explain these to you. But anyone watching those Gen Z, what's the Z stand for? So maybe the millennials, they're going to be saying, what is this? Tell me more, Mr. Junkman. But they're not going to do it. It's like code just for us. Now, like I said, some of these they might know, but they don't really know the detail. They don't know love for it. They don't remember having it. So let's dig into this. How about this? A millennial kid or a Gen Z, what the hell does a Z stand for? They'll think it's a calculator till they start looking closer. It's like, that's not really a calculator. They'll be really confused. It's not really a calculator. How about this right here? Again, the young people are going to say, it's a bicycle. So what? I had a bicycle. Yeah, you had a bicycle, and guess what? You rode in your backyard, and maybe you rode in the driveway and wasn't allowed to leave the driveway unless your mom and daddy was walking behind you. But I'm not showing this because it's a bicycle. Showing it because it's a badass bicycle with mag wheels. How about this right here? Oh, Junkman, does that play Fortnite? No, we didn't play no Fortnite. We played good games where we had to rescue a princess. Now we had to jump over barrels being thrown by a gorilla. And then, how about this? Again, I'm not going to say what it is because you kids that grew up in the 70s knows what this is. If you didn't have it, your friend up the road had it and you were jealous. What an awesome toy, right? What an awesome toy. And, yeah. Not saying I did, but some people dressed like this back in the 70s and 80s. Kids today just don't understand, and I might have to go with it. I never got into the mesh shirt or showing your belly. I hated when I saw a guy. I hated when I saw a guy take off his shirt. And I hated a mesh shirt or something to show the belly. That's for the women. Okay, Gen Zers, you watching this? What is this? What is it, Gen Z? Now, Generation X guys, you're gonna put in the comments and try to act like you know what it is. I mean, you're gonna know what it is. You're gonna act like you're younger, and you're like, you know what it is. You know what it is. I'm not even adding nothing to it. How about this right here? I listen to my music on my phone. Oh, on your phone. Can you imagine if you told someone back in 1982 that you listened to your music on the phone? Who wants to stand there in the kitchen? Look at this. Cassette player, turntable, equalizers, everything. Man, it even has a place to put your albums in the bottom. And it's in a glass case. Oh, you thought glass case was just for your action figure collection. How about this? Again, while you walking around with music on your phone, I got my little buds in my ear. We didn't need little buds in our ear. Nobody can hear that. We put our music right here, put it on our shoulder and walked around. Yeah, walked around. Listen to some good music. We didn't listen to no Let It Goo Goo. No Taylor Swift. We listened to good bands like the Fat Boys. The Fat Boys, remember them? Wasn't no fat shaming. They were proud to be Fat Boys. How about this? Wake you up every morning and tell you it's time for school. Man, how many of you slap this thing so much? You're in a sleeper trying to turn this thing off. You could have it set to play the radio, but I was more of a person who would get it set to play an alarm. I don't know why, but I was. But this is a digital one right here. Well, some of you might be like, I wasn't really into digital clocks, and you had this one right here. I don't. It's not like a hand like a clock. It's like flaps down. Flops down when you turn it. But there it is. You can listen to some good old AM radio right there. Probably pick up some Larry King. Remember Larry King was on the radio? And here's another one. Do you kids know what this is? Have you seen this roll into your classroom? I bet not. I know, it looks like some kind of droid from one of them Star Wars movies. But no, it's not. You know what this is? I know what it is. The cool people out there know what this is. And also, a great day at school when this thing came rolling into the room. I can smell it. Some of this stuff I can still smell. Can you smell it? Oh, you're gonna watch a drunk driver wreak havoc on the road. Might get to see an actual dead body. Oh, what a great time. Then you had... Remember this? Remember? You could tear it off. Remember? It's kind of satisfying, wasn't it? In a way, it's kind of one of those simple things in life that just... Remember that? I remember it. You remember it. How about this right here? Talk about still smell it today. This is before we had those copying machines in the office. I can smell it right now. It'll get you a little loopy too when you smelled it. When it was hot off the press, you get an instant little high in your 5th grade classroom. Now I'm sure you young people out there know what this is. It's a sofa. But look at it. It's a man's sofa. Cushions on a big piece of wood. And look at that. You can't really tell, but I'm sure it's kind of like a velvet feel with a little pattern. You can feel it, like little hairs on it. Kind of like a G.I. Joe head. Oh, great times. Didn't say it was comfortable, but every time we didn't care. It was awesome. Yep, we wore bell bottoms. Oh, bell bottoms. I'm sure I had them straight 70s. Look at that. The bigger your bell bottoms were, the cooler you were. You're like, oh, I got to talk to that girl. Do you see how big her bell bottoms were? Bell bottoms. We got on the internet in the 80s. Well, I guess it wasn't technically the internet. What did we get on? I remember getting on Prodigy, CompuServe, even American Online in the late 80s, and then some local bulletin boards before that in like mid 80s. And this is what did it. This is how we got on it. We were surfing the internet. Or I guess could you technically call it the internet? I guess you could. Educational toy. Today again, everything's on your damn phone. Pick up your phone. Well, it's 6 plus 4, it's 7. Nope, this is how we figured out what our math was. 1 plus 5, hit the button, lights up, tell you what it is. 1 plus 5. It was. I'm gonna show you one that was cool. It was how to multiply. Look at this thing. I bet you give this to a Gen Z kid, they don't even know what's going on. They think it's some kind of pill chart to tell the old people when to take their pills. No! This thing taught you how to do multiplication. I'm not saying it really taught me well, but I like doing zero because it was all the thing. I knew which one's gonna be. I could always do 0, 10, 5, 11 was always a good one too. But there you go. Anybody remember this? I remember playing those. I just like pulling up those little flaps and everything. I like this thing. Okay, somehow I got 2 pictures of that one. Sorry about that. Come on, who didn't have this in the classroom? Who didn't get this book? I don't remember actually having this one, but I remember having a blue one. I couldn't find a picture of the blue one. I think it was English, but this is Earth Science. Man, look at that. I want to read all about it. And then you can find out who checked out a book at the library. Kids, did they know anything about that? It was awesome. You go to the school library and get this little card out, and you can see you're like, oh man, look. The popular girl, Jeannie McCraig, she checked this book out 6 weeks ago. Or you can look and be like, oh look, Larry Stewart himself checked this book out 3 years ago. Awesome. It's like a little history lesson right there. And remember this, if you ever went to the doctor's office, you do, or maybe the dentist office. Now they didn't have them all, but they usually had volume 1. You usually have volume 1. I don't know if it was just like that doctor had volume 1, another had volume 2. I don't know. But for some reason, the dentist office and the doctor's office, they all had volume 1 of the kid Bible book. Remember that? They still put that in? They probably get offended today. Somebody, I saw a kid Bible book and gets all offended. I don't know. Remember? I'm sure. Let me know. Please let me know if you remember that. Again, the young kid saying, what, a pen that erases? Ooh. You don't know how groundbreaking this was when this came out. I remember hearing rumors about it. Like, wait, there's a pen that erases? And you wanted it mostly because your teacher would always tell you, you know, don't do your work in pen. You can't erase it. And you were like, hey, boo, I got an eraser mate. Oh, he's just really full of them. Really good. What a setup. What a setup. That you young kids just don't know about a television in a big wooden box. They had fake drawers on it. Why didn't the drawers ever work? Why didn't they ever have real drawers? You could put remote controls and stuff in it. I'm not really sure, but it might have been HD. It might have been HD. It might have been a flat screen. Man, it brings back some good old watching right there on your tube TV. Another day good at school. Remember when this thing came rolling in? Sure, you young kids had a DVD hook to it, but we had a VCR hook to it. And it wasn't just it was a big old VCR usually. Man, a good day. It had that TV all strapped on there with these straps and everything. Wasn't as good as a film projector, but you probably watched something better off of it. Finally, the phone wasn't in the kitchen or the living room. Finally, you could have a phone in your own room. You wanted to have a phone with style. And yes, it would light up. Sure, this phone lights up, but it's not as cool as that. Remember when you got three-way calling? Okay, you Gen Z video game players. Back in the 80s, you weren't playing no video game without this. Your friend come over with his Nintendo. Maybe one friend had Atari. Did you bring it? No, you didn't bring it. And you can't find a screwdriver, so you had to use the butter knife or your fingernail. Sometimes you would use your fingernail to tighten the screw to hook it to the TV. You couldn't get it tight enough, so it'd be all staticky while you're trying to play Mario or something. Come on, Gen Z's probably like, what the hell is that contraction? Gen Z's really confused now. You had to add these with some of your singles or you'll be screwed up. You try to get it just right, but it'll wobble and everything. Come on, kids. I know you think you're cool because you got the TikTok machine, but you bet you never had that. This was our TikTok back in the day. Let's look at one more here. We had a snake at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell us not to do drugs. Now you got social media telling you to do drugs. Sorry. We got dared not to do drugs. We just said no. Because we knew if we did drugs, we'd turn into a snake. You got to remember this, right? It's not just me. Why would it always come on at 3 o'clock in the morning and scare the shit out of you? God, it scared you. Well, that's a look at some things that Generation X knows about that Generation Z, what the hell does that stand for? Generation Z don't even know what it is. If they know what it is, they don't know what the hell you did with it or how you use it. Let me know in the comments below about some of these things or maybe something I forgot to put on this list.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.